live on the Red, White, and Blue Sports Show. I'm Scott, along with Zack. What's up, brother?
What is up?
Football's starting to get interesting already.
It is.
I mean, anytime there's injuries, it's football's here.
Yeah, this week has been crazy with football, just with sports in general, with NBA free agency, the Olympics. We're in the heat of sports right now. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of good entertainment, whether it be even training camp stuff with the injuries and seeing who's going to go where, and it's fun. A lot going on, man.
We'll talk NFL at 8:00.
Yeah.
But 7:30, we got a huge guest coming on.
Yes, let's go.
Let's go. Dog Pound Baker's going to be in the house.
Baked dog. Love it.
Have his apron and his hat.
He'd be ready to
It's going to be ready to go. So that'll be at 7:30. Let's jump into it. Let's jump in. The Olympics.
Yeah. It's been a lot going on. Well, first, before we go anywhere, we had Eric Burnett on last week, and we talked a little bit Olympic wrestling. Huge shout out to Tamira Mensah-Stock, who became the first black woman to win a gold medal in wrestling for the United States of America. Second woman.
Was that the girl that was wrapped in the flag?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was just overjoyed and said she's just so pumped to represent the country. I mean, it was awesome. She's such a great story. She was the first. She started a high school program in her school in high school. She was the first state champion, girls state champion. She's been a lot of firsts, and she just is she's someone that we want to hang our hat on, man. That's representing our country. She was just so overjoyed. But to do what she did is pretty awesome. I would just want to give her kudos. She's the second woman ever in the U.S. history, but the first black woman to do it. And it's pretty damn awesome.
Got a gold in golf too, didn't we?
Yeah.
Mr. Schauffele. That's John's boy.
Pumped,
that's John's boy.
Yeah, that's cool. He's been so close in some majors, and he just went out there and grinded. He's another one. He showed extreme appreciation with the opportunity. Him and JT did as well. Didn't finish as well as he would have, but to represent the country, and it was cool. And I loved after he won in this interview there, he was like, "We're gonna go celebrate," and they broke it to him that they stopped selling booze there at 8 p.m. He goes, "We'll find some," and I love it. He was ready to get going. He goes, "We'll find some." I love it. It's been it's crazy. I don't know. I mean, we get into it. I really do love the Olympics just because it's just such physical freaks. U.S. and non-U.S. But
I'll tell you what, man. We had a male swimmer who had a hell of an Olympics.
Wrestle.
Oh,
he's a freak, dude.
Oh my God,
freak. The dude is a freak. He's a really intellectual. He's just out there kind of dude, man. But when he gets in the water, holy shit!
Hey, our boy Cooter's in the chat.
Cooter
Pritchard.
Nice. Welcome.
Did we win in water polo? That's his question.
Dude, I think they're done. But those are some wackos, man. They're like a 10-foot pool, and they just wade water and play handball without their legs for 2 hours straight. It's crazy.
All right, let's get to the elephant in the room with the Olympics.
Who? What?
Simone Biles.
Yeah, it's a non-subject for me. I want to talk about. I'm on the
I get it, but it's something we got to talk about. I mean,
she did what she did. I think.
But to come back and then do an event.
Yeah, I mean she got a bronze. Cool. People. She had support. She had non-supporters. It's a non-issue. She came back. Okay, her team supported her. And she did a very average balance beam. And she got a bronze. Okay. But to me, if you want to talk about this, what irritates me is they want to do one-on-one interviews with her and talk to her after she got a bronze. And the majority of our country has no idea who Tamira Mensah-Stock is. Now, that pisses me off. Someone who...
Well, first of all, it's wrestling. A lot of people don't watch wrestling. except when it's
Look
in the Olympics.
What are the hot buttons in our country right now? I mean, she is the first black woman to win a gold medal in wrestling for our
Oh
country.
no, I'm not arguing. I'm just telling you why.
I know, but but that irritates me that we cater to someone who, in my mind, quit on her team, and then everyone glorified her for that. She came back out of bronze. Cool, yeah, she came back. That's cool. But like, nah, I'm just over it.
But she's the GOAT. Bronze?
She's something. She is definitely something.
All right, so what do we got left?
Well, there's a bunch of shit left too. But like, did you? I don't know if you.
Oh,
Watched,
it's done Sunday.
Well,
That's closing ceremonies.
Jamie got into this like waking up early deal, and I got like yanked into this a little bit. Like, but the track and field. So I don't know. It's one of the best races, and it's been deemed this already. It's one of the best races in the history of the Olympics. So the 400 hurdles, men.
Men, okay.
We had a dude from Norway. He had the world record. We got Ry Benjamin, our dude, and there was a third dude from the U.S. And it was unbelievable. So let me put it to you this way: the guy who finished third broke the world record and got the bronze.
Right.
The dude from Norway smashed the world record. No one has ever gone under 46 flat in the history of the world. He went under 40. He ran a 45.96 in the 400 hurdles.
Wow.
Like Ry Benjamin from the U.S. finished second, broke the world record by a half a second and finished second. It's crazy. Like,
wow.
And with this dude from Norway, just like.
And didn't we have a female break the world record of 400 hurdles as well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She smashed. So we went gold, silver.
Are we gonna catch China in golds?
Yeah, we will, because they're not good in wrestling. We're gonna get a couple golds there. We got 4 boxers that are at least gonna get bronze, if not be boxing for the gold.
Hey, I'm not worried about bronze and silvers. We're ahead in total medals. I want to know if they're going to catch them in gold.
Yeah, the way it works in boxing, though, you just keep progressing, and then you're guaranteed bronze. You win one, so that's where they were at yesterday. So I think they're boxing tonight.
Okay.
Where else? Let's see. Well, I mean, I gotta give props. We talked about her, how she stepped up and won. But Suni Lee winning the overall was awesome.
Yeah.
She was.
And then Jade, the other girl, won too, right?
Gray. Her dad is her coach too.
Right. Yes.
Was really cool. But I watched it. I saw it this morning. This dude, this is crazy. It has nothing to do with the U.S. But this dude from Georgia, one of those old Russian countries, he broke the world record in the clean and jerk. He clean and jerked 584 pounds. Like, for those of you like,
so it's kind of like Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb ain't clean and jerk 584. He may have bought that. Nick Chubb is a strong son of a bitch. But this is ridiculous. The clean and jerk is like such a difficult lift, and like this dude made it look like he was throwing feathers around. I'm like, holy shit, man. Yeah, it's been crazy. Track and field's been cool.
Yeah.
We had the first woman ever to go sweep the 100 and 200 in back-to-back Olympics. Girl from Jamaica, Elaine Thompson Herrera, which is crazy. That's like Usain Bolt status. He's the only other person, only woman to ever do it.
Ross wants to know how the women's volleyball.
They're good. I think they're in the medal round right now. A beach or indoor?
I don't know. It doesn't say. All right,
beach. I think.
Let's move on.
It's good watch though.
Monopoly money being given out in the NBA.
Oh. You got dudes who like average cats just getting stupid.
Okay, here. Let me just put it to you. Kelly Olynyk just got paid what Nick Chubb got paid.
Right. Kelly Olynyk, like 35, has women's hair and is a 11th man up. Like,
all right, we're gonna go back to this because you said beach, and then we'll go into the NBA. Do you know how they were doing in the beach? I do not.
men's I think may medal. The women's I don't think they're gonna medal because there's some.
Okay.
I saw. I think in Australia's gonna win it.
Okay. So Chris Paul re-signs with the Phoenix Suns after opting out of his player option.
Right. Like for what? 42.
4 years, 142, I think it was. Was it?
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Curry signed for the biggest ever, right?
He's the only player in NBA history to sign two $200 million contracts.
Timed that well.
Take that, LeBron.
He timed that well. Yes. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, Westbrook going to the Lakers, that trade from the draft, that's like,
yeah.
About that, dude. I got to be honest with you. There ain't enough basketballs on that team for that. I don't think it's going to help.
No. AD's going to be the odd man out.
Right. I mean, he's a ball occupier. And, I mean, LeBron's the facilitator. Maybe it's just LeBron going to be like taking a back seat through the regular season and kind of rest and let Westbrook do his thing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Today, the whole Kemba Walker going to the Knicks, I think that's an excellent acquisition for the Knicks, by the way.
It is.
A team that overachieved. Good locker room dude. I mean, he's kind of like a poor man's Kyrie, but a good locker room person. And, Tibbs is a program dude. That's going to help.
Okay, here's Cooter. Westbrook fits about as well with the Lakers as I do at a sensitive conference. Oh, that's awesome.
That is great.
I mean, okay. On the Cavaliers front, they trade for Ricky Rubio. They draft Evan Mobley, which we said last Wednesday was probably going to happen. What do you do with Sexton? You signed Jared Allen to $100 million for 5 years.
Win 15 games like usual. I don't know. I mean, I don't even like. It's hard for me to even get in. It's just they're not good, and they're not going to be good. It's sad. I wish. I just.
It's going to depend what Mobley is. I mean, you got a hell of a front court now with Mobley and Jared Allen. You got Garland. There's your core three. It's going to be Garland, Mobley, and Allen.
How much better would they be if they had Porter still? If they didn't get rid of him because he.
Oh, they'd be really good.
Oh
he was the best player on the team.
Right. He only dropped 50 like 3 weeks after they sent him packing. Like, insane.
Hey, Carmelo joins LeBron as well.
Yeah, I mean.
The only smart one of the whole banana boat has been Chris Paul to stay away.
Right. I mean, I guess, Carmelo, you look at that team, there's a lot of old people on that team, man. Like, there's a lot of 36s, 35s, 34s, 33s, 32s. Like, Carmelo's going to – you're not paying him a whole shit ton. He's a hell of a bench. He'll be a hell of a guy coming off the bench, I'll tell you that much.
Okay, you want a big front court? Look at Philly.
Yeah.
Embiid, and yesterday they signed Andre Drummond.
Drummond, right. They got large folks. They're reinventing the Twin Towers, going back to like Ralph and Hakeem days, man. They have two giant human beings down low.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Well, they got to have somebody who wants to shoot the ball under there because Simmons won't.
Right. It's funny to me. It's like every other day I see a trade turned down. They're trying to get rid of Simmons, and like they're trying to actually get, 2 1s and this guy, and people are like, nope. Like, are they nuts? They're not getting anywhere near market value for him because he's broke. He's broke. How about the Bulls?
The Bulls are for real, man.
Yeah, they went out and got some cats, and then they're doing
and you still got Levine.
Right, and isn't DeRozan going there?
DeRozan's there.
Yeah, they signed. They went out and got some dudes. I don't know
who was it. It was DeRozan. But he was the last one. There was like 2 before him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Caruso went there, the backup point guard.
Right. Yeah.
Who else did go there?
Trying to look up here. Ooh. Spencer Dinwiddie's going to the Wizards now.
Yeah.
From the Brooklyn. Oladipo staying with the Heat.
Yes, but they got better too. They eat.
Oh yeah, and they ran into a buzzsaw in the playoffs.
I mean, Jimmy Butler, and then let's see here. Oh, they said that sign and trade Chicago, Lonzo Ball.
Right. I try to block him and his dad out of my mind, but he is. I mean,
he never did anything. I'm not going to hold against a kid because his dad's an idiot.
Guilty by association.
Sad part is the younger one with Charlotte's better than any of them.
Yeah, he's a dude. Yeah,
I mean he's rookie of the year. Harry, think about this: rookie of the year and sat 6 weeks because he broke his hand.
Right. Yeah, he is the. Well, that's the dude that was in Lithuania, right?
Yeah, yes, LaMelo.
Yeah, and well, it's funny. I mean, the NBA is so worldwide, but like watching the draft, not that I was like invested in it, but we were watching a little bit of it. We were trying to see where Miles McBride was going to go from WVU, but some dude from Lithuania got taken, and right off the rip, they're like, I watched him play against Ball in Lithuania, and he dominated. I'm like, who is watching Lithuanian basketball to know? Like, that's crazy how in-depth these dudes go. To be watching some C League in Lithuania on a random Wednesday, like, you got issues, bro. Serious issues.
Oh, absolutely. Kyle Lowry is the one that joined Jimmy Butler in Miami.
Oh yeah, I'm glad. He got his deal in Toronto, and then he was kind of left to just rot there after Kawhi blasted out. And Toronto was like,
yeah. Now they were. Let's go back to Toronto for a second because they shocked me when they did not take Jalen Suggs.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, what are they trying to do? I mean,
especially if you had inclination that you were going to get rid of Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, and the other guy wants out of Toronto.
Right.
The power forward.
It's like I said, like they had some success this year, but like they're like either you're really good or you might as well be really bad in the NBA because you get stuck in that.
I'm not arguing, Cooter, that Suggs is a bust. I'm just saying when you're sitting at the 4 hole and the table starts to fall off, you got to take the guy. I mean, and of course, Oklahoma City only had like 29 picks.
You back?
You there? Did we lose you?
No, you froze.
You froze.
I was moving.
No, you weren't.
You weren't moving.
Yeah. All right. Anything else in the draft?
Yeah, the Cavs trading for Rubio made me laugh.
Oh no, it just means they're getting rid of Sexton.
Yeah, I mean,
you need a backup point guard. He's a good vet to have with a second team. I mean,
yeah. Hey, no, right? He's a vet. I mean,
ask Team USA what he did to him the other day.
Dropped 38 or so.
Yeah,
the other night. So he can still play, right? It just.
I mean, he's not a starter, but he's good to have with a second unit. I mean,
absolutely. I mean, there's much worse cats coming off the bench in the NBA than him. But I like.
Well, think about it. You might have a Ricky Rubio, Kevin Love in Cleveland for the second unit. Because Mobley's going to start at the 4.
Right. Well, yeah. Rubio and Love.
Actually, to be honest, it might help Kevin Love not playing all the starter minutes, playing 20 to 22 minutes a game.
He'll still get hurt.
I'm just saying.
He'll pull his pride.
Well,
vaginitis will set in.
does Team USA win the gold in basketball?
Yeah, men's and women's will both win.
You think?
Yep. They got shit straightened out. Everyone got their sea legs. They try. Yeah, I will.
All right, you got about 30 seconds.
I will give this. So those dudes that just played in the NBA championship, traveled over there with a couple of days rest. These guys never practiced together. They're 742-hour time difference. Okay, I mean, they look like dog shit the first couple of games, but I mean, they got shit together, and they're back to playing well. I see them winning the gold. Yeah, absolutely.
Didn't they struggle against Spain?
Spain's good. I don't think they're not. Other countries have caught up. There's a ton of NBA players.
Popovich, you're not cutting the mustard, man.
Huh?
Popovich ain't doing it. They're struggling under you, Popovich.
I would rather get a dude like Thibodeau come in and be like a general.
I just go back and get my boy Coach K.
Oh, God, you could have him.
And I will. He won golds, didn't he?
Where, isn't he?
Wasn't even close. I guarantee they didn't lose any of these preliminary games either under Coach K.
Situations happen.
All right. Let's go to break. We come back. Dog Pound Baker will be with us.
Oh yeah.
So don't go anywhere. That's next on the Red, White, and Blue Sports Show. We are back on the Red, White, and Blue Sports Show. I'm Scott along with Zach, and now with us is Dog Pound Baker, Greg Casper. Greg, thanks for joining us.
I appreciate it.
No problem, man. I guess let's start at the beginning. What got you to do this?
Well, when Baker got drafted and basically his first season, after he beat the Jets, and I started thinking about some type of way of creating some kind of way to honor him. He's a blue-collar guy. He walked on, and I always thought that he was going to be somebody that the Browns would eventually take in and win us a championship. So over the years, I have developed my outfit into even more. I sit 4 rows in the dog pound.
Okay.
And so I created the Dog Pound Baker.
Nice.
One of my friends, Cindy Howard, created my Facebook group site, and it blew up, and there's over 1,800 members on it.
Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. So 4 rows deep. Where now? Pretty much, Big Dog's gone, right? He's not down there anymore. It's just you and Macho Man are the two real.
Well, you got Pumpkinhead too.
Yeah, I forget about him. But yeah, I mean, you're so 1,800 people in your group. That is amazing.
Yeah, it's continuing to grow. What I really base my idea on is I do charity events. 2 Christmases ago, obviously last year they didn't have one, but Josh Cribbs always annually has a toy gift giving to the poor.
Okay.
Mrs. Claus, Mr. Claus. I went to that. Just not but a month ago, I went to the Cleveland Dog Association, had adopted dogs. I went to that. About 3 months ago, they call him Danny Cleveland. He has the National Cleveland Food Bank. We had an event there, and then actually this Sunday it's going to be huge.
Okay.
There's going to be over 500 people to this one. It's at PJ McIntyre's in Cleveland, and there's going to be former Browns players there. There's going to be dunk tanks. There's going to be rides, tons of kids, and awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
Wow.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, so give us your outlook for this year.
Well, I'm definitely positive like everyone else. I coached varsity football for 17 years,
wow.
And I taught 25 years. So I kind of have the inclination of, everybody wants to say Super Bowl, but let's just win the division first.
Hey, you are speaking to the choir on this show.
Let's just win the division.
Yeah. Where'd you coach football at?
Well, I coached at actually, it's really funny you say that. I coached where the Hall of Fame games played. I coached at Canton McKinley.
Okay.
I coached under Tom McDaniels.
Sure.
Josh McDaniels was a senior, who's the offensive coordinator for the Patriots.
Right.
And then coached a lot of the Buckeyes, Jamar Martin, Kenny Peterson.
Yeah, Kate.
My brother. Fox, Devon Torrance. And then I finished out my high school teaching and coaching at Canton South High School.
Okay.
Oh,
cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is
Excellent.
awesome. That is awesome. So
cool.
I mean, okay, here I want to get into this with you, both of you guys. How many linebackers can we keep? We have 7 in camp.
Well, it's funny that you just brought that up because I was talking to my buddy today about how there's going to be some major guys on the bubble, and it's a great luxury to have because we used to be the team that would sign other teams' players as soon as they would get cut.
Absolutely. We've said this a million times. Right on. This is what happens when you're good. You have to cut good football players. The other teams will sign immediately.
Yeah, and I had mentioned to him maybe Greedy Williams, maybe Mac Wilson. Some of these people may be on the bubble, and he couldn't believe I said that.
Right.
Well, Mac, they were talking about potentially trade Mac for a late-round draft pick. I just read this the other day. Greedy, I could see in a heartbeat. I mean, the old adage from Bill Parcells' days, you can't make the club in the tub. Can't help us, you know.
Hey, Greg, speaking of
skill.
Danny Cleveland, he's in the chat.
There we
Oh
go.
yeah, Danny's a great guy. Want to give out if I can,
Absolutely.
a shout out for this Sunday at 1 p.m. at PJ McIntyre's. We got a semi that we're gonna fill the truck, canned goods, perishable goods, all things that we can bring in. There's going to be tons of people, tons of children, tons of games,
Awesome.
lots of celebrities, lots of guests. The big dog's actually going to be there.
Wow.
That's the thing. The reason why I wanted to bring that up.
Okay.
He was able to get a hold of the big dog.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Now,
Nice.
so that is that Cam's Corner, like Fairview Park, PJ McIntyre's? Is that where that's?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, just so people know. Yeah. Right.
And we'll
Cool.
bring it up on Friday's show, too, Vets Know Sports.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's all about. You know, it's cool, but sports gives you the avenue to do so many other things and pay it forward, give to others. That's what it's all about. So we definitely appreciate all that you do.
So are we thinking 4 linebackers, 5?
You have to keep 5.
I'm hearing
Gotta-
Tony Fields is probably going to end up on the practice squad.
Well, when is he going to be? I mean, see, is he even full go?
No, but I mean, I don't think they thought he was going to make the team at all this year to begin with.
Well, that's the thing. Hopefully, you can hide him there,
Right.
because that is someone who you can see someone else snatching up.
All right, let's see if Greg stays status quo with us, Zach.
Okay.
How many wide receivers are we going to keep, Greg?
Oh boy. That's tough. I really don't have an answer for that because as you guys were saying that about linebackers, even though he's really not a wideout, the kid they got from UCLA in the 6th round,
Yes.
I don't want to let that kid go.
No. I mean, you got Schwartz, you got OBJ, you got Landry. I think it comes down to Hodge and Higgins.
Yeah.
One's going to stay, one's going to go.
Wow.
I mean,
Well, they're going to keep. So what's your number? 6?
I'm thinking 5 to 6. You got Schwartz.
Yeah, I think they have to keep 6 because you just hit on 2 positions that
Well, then you're probably down to 4 linebackers.
you got to think special teams though too.
I know, but that's why I want to keep some of those linebackers because those are perfect special teams players.
hit on two positions that add some special teams depth. So that's if you break it down, I mean, you look at linemen will probably be at O-line will probably be at 8.
Yeah,
8.
It's a good problem to have, isn't it?
it is.
Right. And D-line, then you're at. I mean, it adds up quick, but there is going to be dudes who are NFL quality football players who will be contributors to teams on week 1 that get cut, and that's just the way it is. We're on the other side of the fence now. We have the tough decisions to make. That's a good problem, like you said.
Okay, so we got somebody in the chat that's optimistic. They're going to keep all the wide receivers.
What? Great. That's good. Hopefully Donovan Peoples-Jones can play right.
Oh, yeah, we didn't even bring his name up. He's staying.
Oh, he's making team. Oh,
I mean, that's what I mean. I mean,
having a stellar.
there's 4 right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then look at tight ends.
well, Hooper and Brian are both going to make it. All 3 of them are going to make it.
Right. And then they'll probably keep 4 tight ends. We really have to. I mean, we have 3 tight end sets. I mean, this is our roster is different than other teams' rosters offensively because of the system that Stefanski runs. So we are going to be heavy. We're going to be heavy tight end. They're extra linemen for us sometimes in certain sets. So it's different. It's going to come down to there's going to be Greedy Williams is someone who is on my radar as someone who may not make this team. Taki, Mac Wilson. between those cats.
I'm hearing Max having a better camp than Taki Taki as of right now.
Do that months ago. That
No.
I like the upside. If you look at their trajectories, I just love where he came from. Mac Wilson will continue getting better and has a higher upside than the dude named after some hot chips that little kids like nowadays. So
and from BYU.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Right. If I'm putting chips on somebody, it's gonna be on the dude from
Alabama.
Man.
Correct.
I mean, Nick. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Okay. So, Greg, who's your surprise cut going to be?
I'll tell you, man, you guys are killing me, and I really haven't. It's a hard problem, a great problem to have, but yeah. I like I told my buddy today, I mean, Greedy and Mac Wilson could be gone. And I can't believe you just brought up those wideouts because I never even thought about that. They're not going to get rid of Higgins, are they?
We've been calling it on the show all offseason. It could happen.
Fans would go crazy.
I know.
I know. I mean, yeah. 1, 2.
I mean, how many can you keep? I mean,
because
you still got to keep your other numbers at your other positions.
But like you said, it adds up.
It does.
Right.
I mean,
right.
I mean, you got Schwartz, you got OBJ, you got Landry, you got Peoples-Jones. And it depends what they keep. If they keep 6, okay, there's Higgins and Hodge. But then your rookie from UCLA, they're going to hope he can get on the practice squad as well.
He won't pass waivers.
No, I don't think so either.
He's too versatile.
I mean, there's going to be GMs across this league lined up outside Berea on cut day.
They're already going to be watching.
I mean,
that's okay because like we said,
goodness.
You're relevant, you're good, you have depth. For so many years, our cuts they're garbage. No one even would take a look at who we cut.
There we go, guys. We're getting them from all over. We got a shout out to the Amherst Browns backers and a shout out to the Corpus Christi, Texas Browns backers.
Nice.
We'll say this. Amherst Browns backers brings it. That is at Ziggy's in Amherst, and it is jam in there. It is for Ohio State and Browns games. It's crazy. We're talking banging on tables, screaming, yelling defense. They get after it. They sell T-shirts, 50-50. So if anyone is in the area, Lorraine, Amherst, Larry, go to Ziggy's for Browns games. It's awesome.
Yeah, and I'd like to give a couple shout-outs,
sure.
too.
Absolutely.
GNATS, it's Nats.
Yep.
Tailgaters. Steve Weber, he runs it. It's at the Burke Lake Airport there. This guy you would not believe what he does. He cooks the whole entire time. He sets up at 5 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Cooks all the way up until kickoff. I've traveled to him to Cincinnati. There's just many people out there that do so much to help tailgating that others take part and have fun.
Yep.
It's the people that are behind the scenes that do all the work, and then everybody else takes the joy of having fun doing it.
For sure. So is that where you tailgate? Are you in the?
Yeah, I do it with Steve over there at Burke, and then I originated from the Muni lot. So I go to the Muni lot most of the time, but I go to both now. Another thing that's going on starting tomorrow, starting tomorrow, but we're not going to be there on Friday afternoon, at Cuddy's in Louisville trailer camp. There's a Hall of Fame tailgating camping event.
Oh, wow.
And it's not only just Browns people. It's people come from all over the country that come in for the Hall of Fame that are big tailgaters. They're going to be camping. Yeah, they're going to be camping and taking part. I'll be there Friday, probably about 4 o'clock. I know Steve's going to set up around 3 in the afternoon Friday. This guy will cook all weekend. I mean, it's nuts. And he'll be there all the way through Sunday.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the Browns training camp Saturday. And then, like I said, we got the Danny in Cleveland at PG McIntyre's on Sunday. So
Right.
I got a busy weekend.
You do. You do. Now I know why you said not Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
That is awesome.
It's all fun.
Absolutely. So, okay. So, let's talk a little bit. Do you think they beat Baltimore for the division?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, how do you think Week 1's going to go, Greg?
I really don't care,
Right.
as long as we're competitive.
Okay.
And the reason why I say we'll be okay with Baltimore is I think that we finally have created the defense that we could not let Lamar Jackson come out from peeing and come out and beat us.
Did you give him a script?
How
he is on point. Everything. I'll say that I've been saying, like, this is what we formulated a defense to help slow down, not stop, but slow down Kansas City, Baltimore, that type of
Buffalo.
Exactly. They're going to put the ball in the air a lot. They have a quarterback that has legs. We're going to play a lot of safeties. Safeties are going to play in linebacker positions. We're going to have a ton of athletes on the field on defense. They can cover a lot of space and be able to minimize what quarterbacks' legs can do and what a Kelsey and those type of cats can do in space. Yeah, because linebackers can't guard them. I'm right on with you, 100%. I definitely. I don't think the Ravens got a whole lot better. I think we did with just age, another year of being together under Stefanski, and also going out and getting some dudes at certain positions. And I agree wholeheartedly on Week 1.
We're playing with house money.
And in the grand scheme of things, if we go out and win, great. We're 1-0. If it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, if it's it's Vermilion Sailors or the Kansas City Chiefs, like whatever, we want to know. I think we'll be competitive. It just doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Week 1, by the time we get to the playoffs, people will have forgotten who we played Week 1 anyway. So it's cool. If we win, great. If we don't, okay, we move on to Week 2 and just got to keep grinding.
Right. How about Nick Chubb getting signed over the weekend, Greg?
I tell you, like I said, I coached football for 17 years. And I'll tell you right now, that's the kind of kid you want on your team. I don't know if you guys saw, but it was right after the draft. They had some kind of video somebody pasted, and it was at the Cleveland International Airport, and it was where the luggage was coming around. And some guy went up to him and said, do you play football? And he says, yeah, I got drafted by the Browns. And that's all he said.
Yeah.
Picking up his luggage on the turnaround.
Right.
I think that was on Hard Knocks, actually.
Yeah, that humble.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you see the way he grinds in the weight room. The dude is, he's a special dude.
Yeah,
And,
he is. But like we've talked about Zach many a times, running backs, we said, give them a lot of money in short term because you don't know in the NFL anymore, man. I mean,
this works. Like I said, I think this is good because he'll be 28. I think when this contract is up, so he's ability. This is a good contract. We paid him a good chunk of change. We're going to get 3 of his best years, and he's going to be young enough to get another good sized contract for a running back. That 30 is that magic number for running backs. Maybe he's different. He's built differently. He stays healthy, but he's going to get a chance. I like that we got him, I think, on a very fair deal.
Oh, he could have got more. He could have got a lot more, in my opinion.
Oh, could have got a lot more.
Yeah, and he gets to sign. And teams are scarred right now. They're still scarred from the Gurley. Everyone still has Todd Gurley in the back of their head. So, running backs are kind of in a weird situation. So he got a bunch of cash up front. and he gets to sign another contract in 3 years. So, and hopefully it's with us for another $36 million. I'm cool with it. Not my money. Pay the man if he's healthy and producing. Pay his ass.
Oh, absolutely. But I just want to do it in short-term increments.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yep.
Well, the other thing that's nice too, you see him and Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt is a little bit more outgoing and outspoken. And there was a time when he was on the sideline, him and Hooper were talking, and he looked over and he says, "Dude, does that guy say anything ever?" And he said, "No." So I think everybody compliments each other.
Yeah. I mean, we got a good mix.
Yeah.
I agree.
What? So let's go into this. What was it like coaching on that team with Josh McDaniels in high school?
Well, you had a great group. That was the time that only 4 teams made the playoffs.
We're still playoffs.
Instead of 8 now. It was the 100th McKinley-Massillon game. We went into triple overtime. Josh was the kicker. He shanked an extra point, and we ended up losing 42-41.
Oh, nice job, Josh.
And then 2 weeks later, though, we played it. At the time, it was the Akron Rubber Bowl.
Right.
It was within 32,000 people, and we beat them 21-14. And it's interesting you bring that up because Tom, that Sunday before, put in the Bronco pass. And it's weird because it actually is the Philly pass. And that was our backup quarterback was our third-string running back, Julius Lancaster. And they pitched it to the right to him. He acted like he was going to run. Josh went out to the left in the corner of the left part of the end zone, threw it over there, defensive end bit, and caught the touchdown, and we ended up beating them by 7, 21-14.
Wow.
Then went on to the finals and got Final Four there, got beat by Ignatius. That totally recruits.
Oh, totally.
Totally. So in that class, who else was on that team that went to Ohio State?
Okay. Jamar Martin.
Fullback.
Yep. Kenny Peterson.
AP.
Let's see. Kenny Peterson, Jamar Martin.
I met Kenny Peterson when he was playing with the Packers when I was at Green Bay.
Well, yeah, Mike Doss came at that time. Right. And I'll tell you something right now. It's funny. I would always tell people that group were freshmen, and we used them as the scout team during the playoffs.
Hell of a scout team, bro.
They gave our varsity a better look than our JV team did.
Yeah.
We brought all those guys up from the freshman team.
Sure.
Oh, wow.
And Kenny Peterson, they could not block.
Yeah. He's a bad dude.
He reminded me of Dexter Manley.
He was a bad.
Just unreal. And Mike Doss was just unreal.
Right. Yeah. I was asking. I'm curious, just because those all, Jamar Martin was a little old, a couple years older, because my brother was the same year as Peterson. They played together at Ohio State. With Doss, Peterson, Jamar Martin, I think was 2 years older than those guys. Because those guys were half Tressel, half Cooper, half Tressel guys at Ohio State.
And then at Canton South, I had an opportunity to coach Devon Torrance, who played DB, and he also was the one that was playing football and baseball.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah. Athlete.
All right, man. Before we get off here, give out another shout out for Sunday's event.
Yeah, Sunday's event is at PJ McIntyre's. It starts at 1 p.m. I'd get there early. Please bring some canned goods. A lot of fun. There's going to be food. You will be able to buy beverages, alcoholic beverages there. Okay. I'll guarantee you will have an unbelievable time. There's going to be auctions for jerseys, autographed stuff. There's going to be former Browns players coming. There's going to be mascots like myself. Big Dog's going to be there, which, like you said, many people haven't seen in a long time. Right. So, shout out to Danny Cleveland. He's put this together, and it just, we're all about the charity. If we're going to do this, we're going to have fun. We're going to tailgate. We're going to, incorporate a lot of people. What was fun about last time was a lot of the kids participated, and we kept joking about how they're future Brown tailgaters. We're going to teach them how to.
Yeah, buddy. That's great.
They should just come out with us three. I'm sure we could show them.
Right.
All right, Greg. Don't be a stranger. We'll have you back on probably during the season. How's that sound?
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on. Great time.
No problem. I appreciate you coming on,
Thank
and
you.
good luck this weekend. Okay.
Okay. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Man, what a good guy, man.
Good dude. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's a dude that you just have on here for an hour and a half. And
oh
just talk.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know any of that about coaching Josh McDaniels or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
cool. Because his dad. It's funny. Like Tom McDaniels coached at Kent McKinley for a good number of years, and then when I was coaching at Lorraine, we actually scrimmaged Massillon. He was then he was assistant at Matt. He like switched team like in the biggest rivalry in the country, went from McKinley to Massillon and was assistant at Massillon. So it's interesting.
yeah. I mean, that was a good interview.
Good dude.
Yeah, it really is. I mean,
Yeah.
You got to love the guys that coach at the high school level. I mean, they teach all day, and then
Best coaches in America.
Oh, yeah. All right, man. Why don't we go to break? When we come back, we'll get into the NFL
Yeah.
and some MLB if we have some time.
Let's do it.
All right, so don't go anywhere. That's next on the Red, White, and Blue Sports Show. We're back on the Red, White, and Blue Sports Show. I'm Scott along with Zack. Final segment. Let's jump into some NFL.
It's going, dude. It is like going.
Oh, it is. I mean,
we got
the Hall of Fame game this weekend.
Yeah, that is gonna. Well, he is from the Baker. Is from Canton, so that's what we were talking before he came on. Like this is a huge week for Canton down there, and I mean, especially when you have teams like the Cowboys and Steelers, who they'll have a ton of fan base there. Got some guys going into the Hall of Fame. It's a really cool time down there.
Yeah, one of our arch nemesis is going in.
Which one?
Steve Atwater.
Yeah, he's a bad dude, bro.
He was a bad dude, man.
He was oh boy.
He'd take your head off and not think twice.
Wouldn't care. On to the next one. Yeah, he was a tough.
That's why our friend of the show, NFL insider Benjamin Albrecht, is going to be in town. He's coming in for Steve's induction.
Yeah. It's cool. He was one all time. I mean, he ranks right up there. He's old school. Yeah, with Lott. Yeah, he kind of.
I'm still not buying Faneca as a Hall of Famer.
Alan Faneca?
Nope.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
Well, they better play. Yeah.
Nope.
Well, you don't like offensive line play, so
it has nothing to do with it. When you're going to let Clay Matthews sit on the outside and you're going to let Alan Faneca in, come on.
Too.
Let's be serious.
You got to compare linebackers. Like there are plenty of linebackers that are in.
Oh yeah. Junior Seau. Brian. He actually has better stats than Brian Urlacher.
Way better. Urlacher, the fact that Urlacher, now you just poked the bear. The fact that Urlacher got in on the first ballot chaps my ass because he was above average. Like that still to this day, like I don't get it. Like who he knew, he must have had pictures on somebody that was on the Hall of Fame committee or something because that's ridiculous. Him being is he a Hall of Famer? He was borderline. Okay, you get in. A first ballot Hall of Famer? Get out of here, man. Get out. Not even close.
Randall Cobb traded back to Green Bay.
Yep. They'll fit in well there.
I think that's a very good trade for them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
What do you think Stafford, how's Stafford going to do in L.A.?
It'll help them right off the rip. I mean, they're going to be good. I mean, there's a lot of interesting things going on. We got the Colts in another quagmire right now.
Oh gosh,
with
Carson Wentz
going out
5 to 12 weeks. They're saying it's probably more towards the 12 than it is the 5.
Absolutely, especially for a quarterback who's And it's what's really weird is like within like a day and a half, Quentin Nelson, who is one of the best guards, if not the best guard in football, has the same thing happen and gets the same diagnosis.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
So weird. They're talking about Phillip Rivers come out of retirement.
But then Phillip would have to leave his high school team he's coaching. What the hell?
And they're also talking Nick Foles possibly traded there.
Here's the deal. If they go get Nick Foles and he replaces Wentz again, Wentz may –
I didn't even think of that.
Wentz may need a cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs doctor because he's gonna just lose it. With that.
But if Foles goes there and he's successful again, you really see that it wasn't Doug Peterson in Philly. It was who's the coach?
The OC?
Frank
Reich.
Frank Reich. Who was the OC when they were in Philly.
Right. Who
you could see that he could be the guy behind everything in Philly, and it wasn't Peterson.
Right. Little known fact: Frank Reich, who had a very solid NFL career with the Bills, had the greatest comeback in the history of the playoffs as a quarterback for the Bills. Also, his brother Joe was he was the defensive line coach at the University of Buffalo when I was there playing, and he is the head coach at Wingate down in South Carolina. Just a little known fact. Food for thought.
All righty then.
Everyone needs to know that. Give you a little Reich history.
We already have a linebacker in Cleveland that's been hurt.
Yeah,
I mean, a week plus.
but he's we got Dak.
Owusu
Dak.
Koromoa came back to camp today, though.
Who?
Owusu Koromoa,
Okay. Oh, your boy.
my boy.
Your boy.
He's only got one problem with him. He went to Notre Dame.
Could not agree more. I'm not a.
Okay, so yesterday, we're going to kind of jump around this last segment. The Pac-12 and the Big 12 are talking about merging, like what we talked about on this show before they even said it.
Pac-12 and the Big 12. Yeah, I mean that was as soon as Texas and Oklahoma said they were going. They like the Big 12 is going to have a couple teams stolen from them, so it's really there's probably going to be like the Big 10 is probably still going to get two of those dudes out of there. Probably Iowa State and Kansas, I think, would be make the best sense for the Big 10. And then so that leaves them with.
And then what are they going to do? Just split the ACC half and half?
Well, things are getting nutty because I was just reading that the SEC is making a hard push behind closed doors at Clemson.
Uh-huh.
And, oh boy, I lose you.
Yeah, I see Jamie's picture.
You there?
She's still there. We lose him. There you are.
I'm back.
You're back.
I got big fingers, fat hands. I hit some.
So, anyways, behind closed doors.
Clemson, they're going heavy. SEC's trying to make a run at Clemson, which
doesn't surprise me.
Right, but and this is I was like, wow, that would be interesting, and like this, I'll give kudos. Jamie made the point that like, why would Clemson want to go there when they have like Easy Street in ACC? Why would they want to go get beat 3 times?
Well, they're going to have to because you're going to these super conferences.
There's going to be how many? What do you think?
Probably 3 at least. Big 10, basically the ACC or the SEC, and then the Big 12, Pac-12.
Well, right, but these aren't even. This is going to change again in the next 5 years.
I get that, but the ACC is not going to be able to sit there by themselves.
But they're solid if they get West Virginia.
I think West Virginia's going in the Big 10.
No way. They don't bring enough money. I would love that. That's my. Hey, I told you the Big 10 could do itself very, very well by telling Maryland and Rutgers to go piss up a rope and try not to get wet. Get out of here. Then go after West Virginia, go after Pitt, go after Cincinnati, and get Iowa State. Add those. Now you built in these rivalries. You have the backyard brawl with Pitt and West Virginia, Ohio, Cincinnati, West Virginia, Cincinnati. Like it's these regional rivalries, and Iowa State's back on the table, like in conference.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be very interesting.
But it's so money driven that's why.
Oh, of course it is. It always has been.
Right, and people don't understand. They think the SEC may have the most notoriety, but the Big 10 made the most money by like $30 million last year. The Big 10 brings in the most money. And they have, if not 1A of the biggest brand. It's either Ohio State or Alabama, the biggest brand in the country. So
Texas got to be up there.
It is, but they don't. You lose your luster when you got Tom Herman not producing there. You don't.
I get that, but they're still making a lot of money. But the big problem is, and this is what started this whole thing, is that University of Texas, like the Big Ten channel, is flopping.
The Longhorn Network.
Yes, it's flopping.
It's swallowed up by the SEC network. It'll just get swallowed up.
But they are doing horrible, from what I've been told.
Yeah, that'll roll into the SEC network. They got fixes for all this shit. In 5 years, we're probably going to have the top 30, 32 or whatever the number you want to throw on it. They're not going to be part of the NCAA. There's going to be two giant super conferences, like a North and South, or and the NCAA is powerless right now. They can't do anything. They don't. They are. That's why Mark Emmert is like, oh, we're thinking. He's like, let's do this. They want to do the name and license thing, and they're trying to make themselves relevant, but they're not. They're going to be out wholeheartedly.
Okay, we're about 39 days in week 1 in the NFL.
Seems like 4 months. Like the training camp. I don't know if it was. Well, it was on ESPN, but yesterday, and this happens in pro training camps, in college, in high school. You beat the same people up. You're battling every day. You have brawls. It happens. They're teammates. They're not brawls that you want to kill someone, but there's fights that happen. And the fight that happened in the Giants, fantastic. Like, it was full team battle royale. Like,
and your quarterback's on the bottom.
And Joe Judge loses his shit.
Do you blame him?
No.
Okay.
No, the whole thing is great. He goes straight like 1972 high school coach and gets these cats on the line. They're running 110s and doing push-ups in between. It's fantastic. I do like.
Reminds me of high school.
Old school, angry, get on the line. And the dude from what they're like, local radio here is like, he was using the full Monty of expletives. It was fantastic. Like, cover the kids' ears, folks. Like, he was just after them.
Oh, it's hilarious.
But the team, I think he's won them over. I mean, through last year, but like, there was no like, you get a pro guys be like, I'm doing that shit, or like, resenting that. But they just said, hey, it is what it is. We took it. We did it. We took our, that's what we get. Blah blah blah. But the funny part is, this dude, he loses his mind. He's melting down. They get done. He walks 53 yards to the sidelines, and he's with his kids, and he's hugging and smiling and kissing his daughters. It's great. He like flipped the switch and goes back to like normal mode, man. That's how these guys have to do it, man. It's crazy.
Okay. Let's give a shout out to BFO.
Yeah.
Great group on Facebook. If you're a Cleveland Browns fan, definitely look them up. If you're on Facebook, you're a Browns fan, you're not a member. It's the best Cleveland Browns fan group out there, along with Dog Pound Baker's group. He's got a hell of a group as well. 1,800 members, I mean.
Yeah.
If they're not trying, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's just like, that's crazy.
So a shout out to both of them.
Yes.
How do you play the Brown Stars in preseason?
No, I mean, I think
because you're down to 3 games now.
Here's what Kevin Stefanski needs to do, what Kevin Stefanski believes in, and that's what you do. Whether that's play them a series, I mean, I think they have to get some formidable time. They have to have some time against an opposite jersey going live with live bullets flying, because you need that. Because in practice, over this many days of training camp, it gets monotonous. And, there are guys that are, everyone's going hard, but it's the same dude. You need live bullets from different colored jerseys. Just you need to take a shot. You need to, fight someone else. You have to have that. And they know there's a system. They know they're not going to put anyone in harm's way. And injuries happen.
Okay.
So you just got. I mean, it just happens. I mean, it happened 4 or 5 days ago with the Colts quarterback.
Right. It happened to the Browns linebacker. Look at that. Look, I mean, his knee. I mean, right. They got lucky that wasn't worse. Let's be honest.
It's a game, but you have to be out there. You have to get your body ready to. Take those shots. This is as healthy as they're going to be all year.
All right, we got about 5 minutes. We got to close down the show or go into our final shutdown.
No shutdown.
Last Friday, MLB trade deadline. That was people flying all over the country.
And the Yankees just
And we thought the
Yo.
NBA trade deadline was big. And free agency.
crazy.
The Cubs totally sold out.
They pulled in Indians.
You know, I don't understand the Indians, but we'll get to that in a second.
They pulled in Indians. Wow.
Well, yeah, but
You got the two,
that's fine.
two
But why are you trading
the
two
Dodgers.
people and then you're taking a
They made
major
it
league
big.
talent back? That's what the Indians did. That's what made no sense.
How did it affect money? What was the salary attached to that?
Some guy making nothing in the bullpen.
Right.
I mean,
I can't believe Ramirez didn't get moved.
no, he wasn't getting moved. They would have revolted down on East 9th and Carnegie.
They would have burned the place down, especially since he's making no money still. Like
Yeah.
he has the friendly contract in the history of pro sports.
So Baez goes to the Mets to be with Lindor.
Right. Lindor called that. Lindor
Yep.
made that from listening here, legit made that happen.
Rizzo goes to the Yankees.
Chris
And-
Bryant.
Chris Bryant goes to San Francisco. Kimbrel went somewhere, the closer.
Yep.
I mean, who else do the Yankees get? The Yankees got who else they get? They got a
No.
ton of people, man.
Yeah. Well, so they got Rizzo and then another stud offensive player.
Oh, but the big one was Scherzer and Trey Turner. Talk
To the
about
Dodgers.
Washington. Oh my cow! To the Dodgers, of course.
Why? I don't understand why Washington.
I don't know. I don't know if they're trying to cut payroll because they know they're going to have to pay Soto a ton.
Right. I mean,
But if you're Juan Soto, if you're selling out, why am I going to sign here anyways? Whether you give me the most
Right.
money or
Yeah.
not. I mean, if you give them the most money, yeah. But you know the Yankees and the Dodgers will be in the mix.
you're gonna sign here to suck? No thanks.
I mean, well, Strasburg is coming back. I guess we forget about that. But I don't get. I wouldn't have traded Trey Turner for nothing.
No.
He's better than Lindor.
I mean, they're up there.
He's already hit 6 cycles. Think about that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're.
What do you think he's going to get paid? You think Lindor got paid? What do you think Trey Turner was going to get paid?
Not. It's yeah. I mean, it's going to be a lot. It's not healthy for the game. That's why baseball is in a weird spot, man.
I mean, but it was like every 2 minutes, somebody was going somewhere on Friday. I mean, it was just absolutely crazy.
It was nutty, and it was going it was just like, boom, 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 boom. Like people like who, what, where? Like they're just going like hotcakes.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, my God. But the one that shocked me that didn't get moved was Trevor Story.
You think? Yeah.
I thought he was going to get dealt. Because, they got rid of Arenado last year.
Right,
I mean,
right. Yeah.
it's just full rebuild. I figured they'd get rid of him now where they could get the huge package instead of waiting, doing what Cleveland did with Lindor, wait until the last second and get nothing.
Get a fucking handful of old curveballs.
Yeah. Terry Francona,
Yeah.
did he manage his last game?
He's up there. I think so. I mean, isn't it time to kind of pass it on to the dude?
Well, they're not saying Alomar is the sure guy now.
Why not?
I know.
Well, no. Here, my thing is okay. Once again, that's just a Dolaning, because they're scratching and clawing for people to care about this team. Go to that dude. People love that cat. Immediately, their minds go to 1995, 97.
I get it. This is the only thing I'm going to say in their defense. Is the game is changing with the younger guys. They're not. A lot of the older guys are not getting managerial jobs anymore. Like the Hinches. I mean, the Dave Roberts. It's going to the younger guy. The guys in the Double-A or their young coaches and systems. I mean, and Sandy's 55 now.
Yeah. Well,
how
old's Aaron Boone? Aaron Boone's coaching the Yankees. How old's Aaron Boone? He's got to be right close to Sandy.
I bet not. I'll bet.
Guarantee you 50s.
You think?
God, dude, I'm looking this up. God damn it.
Let's see. 48. Born March 9th, 1973.
Damn close. Boy.
But he does have a defibrillator already.
What a family that, yeah, right. I mean, La Mesa, California. They don't scream. Well, he was probably just born where Bob was playing at the time.
Yeah, yeah. And Bob played a lot of places.
Yeah, it was. They all did, man. That's what they between all the brothers and dad, like, they played them pretty much standing.
Yeah, you had Aaron, you had Brett. I think they all played for the Indians at one time, except Bob. I don't think Bob ever did.
I guarantee somewhere back in the 70s, he had a cup of coffee at least.
He was a big Kansas City Royals and the Angels, man. That's where it's his big.
Yeah.
But.
Great family.
But yeah. All right, man. Another show in the books.
Yeah. So what do we got? Olympics will be done
Sundays, closing ceremonies, I believe.
Yeah, that no one will be at. Which these Olympics have been weird, man.
Yeah, I can't get into it without fans and stuff like that. I can't get into it.
I hate the families aren't there, man. Like, because
well, they're showing them on Zoom and stuff. It sucks.
Right, but it's just not right because those Olympic sports are places, and you got swimming where you're going to 4:30 practices. Like those parents have been as big a part.
Absolutely,
of successes, and for them not to be there, it just sucks. And it's just
100%.
Yeah. And now we got the Winter Olympics coming up in February in China. Like, are we going to have, or is China, are we going to have to deal with the China flu?
Oh, yeah.
Flu.
Yeah, they said they're taking drastic measures already in China.
I'm sure they are.
So, all right. I want to thank Greg Casper, Dog Pound Baker, for being on with us tonight. Appreciate him coming on, and we'll definitely get him on again.
Yeah, absolutely. He was great.
Yeah, I mean, but by next Wednesday, we'll have another week of camp in. We'll be getting ready for week 1 of the preseason. I'm sure. I'm not sure the date on it.
Yeah, they sometimes play on Thursdays. It's weird in preseason.
Yeah, especially when they chopped one. Where did they chop it at? You know what I mean?
Right. Shout out also, we're in early August, so high school football is rolling, camps are rolling, so shout out to all the high school football coaches and high school football players out there grinding in the Ohio summer heat. Go get it. Go get it, boys.
Yes, and Sunday down at PJ McIntyre's, they're doing a food drive. They got a semi. So if you got time, go down there, donate some food. It's going to be a blast. Dog Pound Baker will be there, Big Dog, and several former Browns players will be there. So, shout out to BFO again. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, first preseason games with the Jaguars, but that doesn't tell me when. Oh, August 14th. August 14th. So 10 days from today.
Right.
So we'll be really getting ready for it next week when we're on.
Yeah.
When we're on. So.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Bobby. We appreciate you. We love you too. And until next week.
Absolutely.
Everybody have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Hey, stay healthy.